Let me begin this video by clarifying that I am not here to tell you to stop enjoying sweets or to make you feel guilty every time something sweet happens to enter your mouth. As let's face it, sweets are delicious, fun, and provide great pleasures in life. So hey, please enjoy them, but please enjoy them responsibly. And here's why. Processed sugar, that white stuff used to sweeten just about everything these days, is completely robbed of all of its natural minerals, enzymes, and fiber throughout the refining process. Now, what's interesting about this is the fact that your body actually requires these now missing nutrients to digest that sugar. So in case you're now wondering, if your body can't simply digest processed sugar, what happens after you swallow that mouth-watering cookie, cupcake, or frappuccino? Well, let's find out, as I'm about to share with you 5 ways in which your body and health will be struck by the sweet criminal we all know as processed sugar. Beginning with essential minerals. As mentioned, sugar in its natural form contains all the essential minerals required to digest the stuff, including calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, chromium, and zinc. Wow! However, after processing, these minerals are now stripped away and non-existent. And to compensate, your body now needs to utilize its own precious minerals to help complete digestion, costing your body precious energy and stored nutrients to do so. Now, once in a while, this may be okay, but over time, if sugar continues to steal away your precious minerals from your body, this can lead to all sorts of health issues, including osteoporosis and arthritis, to name a few. As where do you think a majority of all these minerals are stored in your body? Your bones, of course. In addition to this, regularly consuming sugar increases the amount of minerals lost through sweat and urine by up to 300%. And this heightened mineral loss will be amplified for up to 12 hours after eating sugar. So either hold your pee for a really long time or hold on the sweets. Your choice. 2. Sugar steals your precious energy. So yes, it's true that in the short term, sugar may just give you a kick in energy and adrenaline, leaving you feeling energized, supercharged, and just rather pleased with life. However, short-term solutions often lead to bigger problems. And in this situation, this little kick, if relied on for too long, will eventually knock you down and keep you there. So, let me fill you in on a few ways in which sugar will steal away your precious energy beyond the common sugar crash you most likely know all about and have experienced countless times already. So instead, let's focus on mineral depletion and its effects on energy-providing hormones. That sounds like more fun, right? To keep this short and sweet, pun intended, within your body you have what is known as the adrenal hormone system, helping provide you with that get up and go energy you need to function with a hop in your step and a smile on your face. Now, when the adrenals which produce those energizing hormones lack the minerals they need to function and keep you stocked up, not only will you begin to lack energy, but this will also lead to further energy-draining symptoms, including insomnia and even difficulty digesting food, which quite obviously both have a huge impact on restoring and balancing your energy levels. And hey, since we're on the topic of hormones and all, here's a juicy bonus for ya. Aside from the mundane tasks that require those adrenal hormones for energy, your sex hormones are also affected by a lack of minerals, robbing you of that other get up and go energy you need. Yes, I said it, another pun well intended. 3. Sugar steals your youth. When it comes to the aging process, time is well known to be the biggest factor at play here. However, there happens to be another factor generated within the body that, funny enough, is literally called ages. A clever little acronym for a longer and scarier term called advanced glycation end products. So what exactly are advanced glycation end products and how does sugar play into all of this? Well, it's time to buckle up and prepare to take a magic carpet ride deep within the cells of your body to start finding out. So let's begin at the very beginning of how age cells are generated. First, when you eat sugar, you quickly increase the levels of glucose in your blood. Glucose being what sugar is broken down into after digestion to fuel your cells with energy. However, When glucose levels become too high in the blood, your cells quickly get overloaded and can't possibly squeeze any more in. And now, feeling left out and angry, these remaining glucose molecules will begin to attach themselves to other healthy cells of the body, such as fat or protein cells. And once this chokehold has taken place, a process called glycation now begins. And glycation is the first stage in the final creation of those aged cells. As once a sugar molecule is bound to another healthy cell, this will begin to stiffen that cell up and make it eventually lose its function. And this is why glycated cells are called advanced glycated end products, aged cells for short. Now, over time, the effects of glycation can be rather powerful, and not in a good way, as keep in mind that those attacked protein and fat molecules are the ones that make up your body's various tissues and organs, such as your joints and arteries and eyes. So, in conclusion, too much glycation from consistently overloading blood sugar levels will not only age you on the inside, but also age you on the outside, particularly by stealing away that soft and youthful skin of yours. As collagen, the most abundant protein in the skin, once glycated, will quickly shrivel up and become wrinkles. See, I got a bunch right here. Now, one final bonus tip to leave you with on this subject is that yes, refined sugar will lead to the creation of ages, but be aware that high fructose corn syrup is far worse. Some say that it even accelerates the production of ages by 10 times more than sugar. So, read those ingredient labels, folks. 4. Your digestive abilities. As many people know, sugar is not the nutrient to load up on when you're trying to increase muscle and build strength. And not only does sugar not build those bulging biceps that you dream of, but it actually decreases the strength of your digestive system, reducing its ability to break down some of the most important nutrients from the food you eat, such as protein, fat, vitamin Bs, and iron, which many happen to be deficient in these days. So, interestingly enough, if you happen to be deficient in iron, instead of just eating more steak, why not reduce sugar? Or better yet, do both. Okay, enough play here. Here's how this works. All sugar, whether natural or refined, requires B vitamins and minerals for digestion. However, when minerals become depleted from sugar stealing it all away, this eventually disrupts the alkaline and acid balance of the body, resulting in an overall state of just too much acidity. And in an attempt to rebalance these levels, your body will actually go ahead and reduce the level of acidity in the stomach, which is just a bad idea in general, as the acid in your stomach is what ultimately breaks down the food you eat to extract those valuable and hard to break down nutrients from within. 5. Sugar steals your immunity. The last topic of health that I wanted to sprinkle some sugar onto and discuss was your trusty immune system. And here are 3 ways that sugar will thieve away your precious immunity. 1. Sugar makes your immune cells drunk. Yes, your immune cells, also referred to as your white blood cells, are those that fight off invaders, viruses, and other nasty bacteria that enter the body. And it turns out that the more sugar that is present in the blood, the less your immune cells can function. Essentially, they become drunk and lose their edge and ability to perform at peak levels. So plain and simple, in the short term, even just a teaspoon of sugar is enough to weaken your body's immune system performance for up to 5 hours. And when blood sugar levels remain elevated due to daily indulgences or an imbalanced diet, the drunker your immune cells will remain over the long term. 2. Sugar depletes immune-supporting vitamins. Vitamin C is not only tasty, but also serves your body with many important functions, especially when it comes to immunity. For example, vitamin C helps to make proteins that alert the immune system of any new germs or cancer cells, helps the body make more immune cells in general, and directly fuels and protects your immune cells from the toxic debris of battle as they continue to fight for your health. Okay, there's plenty more, but just right there you can already begin to see just how important it is to maintain high levels of vitamin C in the body, especially when you're coming down with something or trying to fight something off. Now, I hate to break it to you again, but guess who's a major villain against vitamin C and will do whatever it can to drain it as quickly out of your body as possible? Yes, our good old friend glucose. 3. Sugar feeds inflammation. When you want to keep a fire burning, you simply throw another log in there. And When you want to keep the fires of inflammation in the body raging, you simply just throw some more sugar in there. Now, just to clarify, you typically don't want to stoke the fires of inflammation, especially when it comes to supporting your immune health. And here's why. Inflammation is not only rather painful and all too common these days, but when your immune cells become distracted trying to put out all these raging fires of inflammation in the body, this steals their attention away from other incoming problems that need to be dealt with, including whatever you just inhaled from that sick person coughing across the room from you. So, as you can see, not only does sugar steal away your daydreaming time and excess saliva, but it can also rob your overall health in many ways. But again, as mentioned at the beginning of this video, please don't fear. If you happen to have a sweet tooth and wish to fulfill it from time to time, you can easily minimize these consequences by following a few simple rules, such as using fruits as a sweetener either in their whole form or made into a tasty sauce or puree, using healthy alternative sweeteners such as monk fruit, stevia, or mesquite, or using minimally processed natural sweeteners like maple syrup or molasses, as both are rich in minerals, raw honey, as it's easily digestible for pretty much anyone, coconut sugars, keeping in mind that these do contain sucrose which may bother some digestive systems. And finally, there's licorice root, but only use this if you don't have high blood pressure. And one final note in regards to sugar alternatives is please avoid using artificial sweeteners. Yes, they do contain 0 calories, but so do many other harmful substances that should never enter the body. So simply put, they'll mess you up. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would be very grateful if you would be ever so kind as to like this video, leave me a comment, or share it with someone that you know that it may help. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you won't miss out on the many more future health tips that I'll be sharing soon, including how to avoid the dreaded sugar hangover. I look forward to seeing you there.